In the last video regarding 2020, we looked at Battlefield 1 on the PC. This got me thinking about the PlayStation 4 port, and I thought, well, it's perfect timing to actually compare the two and see what kind of experience I can get over there, especially because of all the cheaters on the PC platform. Now, regarding population, I still can't find any public records that can actually tell me how many players are still playing Battlefield 1. The last publication that I could find was actually in 2018, which obviously isn't as relevant as it should be. If anyone can point me towards a source that gives me more of an up-to-date view on the population, then leave a link down below or let me know down below in the comments. I'll make sure that everyone can see it and it's not marked as spam. Okay, so let's talk about my experience with Battlefield 1 on the PlayStation 4 in 2020. Always when I launch this game and start playing it on the console, I'm always taken back and surprised about how good the game actually looks. It always reminds me of how good of a job they did at actually porting this over to the consoles. Another thing that really surprises me is the optimization in this game. The frame rate always keeps nice and consistent for me, with a few dips obviously when the action gets really chaotic. But for the majority of the time it does run at 60 FPS, and I'm still amazed by that because of how good this game actually does look. Obviously there is some voodoo magic going on behind the scenes with scaling, and it's scaling down sometimes to 900p, and when I do put the footage side by side of the PC version, even at low settings you can actually see that scaling taking place. I did the recording at low settings on the PC version at 1080p, just in order to use my 144Hz monitor correctly, but it's actually turned out to be quite a good little comparison. Even though the PC version was in low settings, I think it is still the superior visual experience, just because of that dynamic resolution scaling. Although if you've been playing console only and you've never played PC, then you won't notice any kind of difference really, and the game's still going to look fantastic. And honestly, that's the big takeaway when it comes to the visuals on the PlayStation 4. Even with that knowledge, it still looks fantastic. I really cannot complain. I think they've done a bang up job of it. So let's talk about that big issue that I had when it came to me playing this game on the PC. Yes, this is the issue with the cheaters during gameplay. Well, thanks to the PlayStation 4 being more of a closed-off system, in the two big gaming sessions that I had on console, which were actually 2 6-hour sessions, one in the daytime and also one at night. Well, I say night, but it's early hours in the morning, so worst case scenario. I didn't once come across any cheaters, and this was across multiple European servers and also US Eastern. There was no suspicious activity that I came across anyway during these sessions. And because of the sample size and the multiple servers that I did play, I can definitely say it's not as big of an issue on console as it is on PC, well, currently. The reason why I do say currently is because once that PS5 drops, Sony may not try and maintain the games as much. And with DICE's lack of support over on the PC recently when it comes to Battlefield 1, I'm going to go ahead and make more of an educated guess and say history might repeat itself once again like it did with the PS3, because when that went last generation tech, boy, the amount of cheaters you could find in first person shooters was unbelievable. So I think that's definitely something to look forward to. Yeah, right. But then again, the lack of support on Battlefield 1 recently might be intentional, and it might just be to kind of push players over to Battlefield 5. That's probably why we don't even have any information on the population as well, because BF5 numbers have been dropping. So during my time playing, I did not fail to get into a full game. This was a full game on Conquest because that was the game mode that I was playing. Although when I was doing like searches, there seemed to be a decent amount of mixed game modes for anyone interested in playing something else other than Conquest. There is a diversity here, but you will have trouble with those more niche game modes. Niche ones like War Pigeon and stuff like that, because I didn't see any of them during my time playing. If your region is Europe like me, if you are playing at night, bear in mind that US Eastern does dominate. This means that your ping is going to be quite awful during gameplay. Well, significantly worse than what you usually would have, with mine being about 25 usually, but during the early hour sessions that I was playing at about 150 odd ping, which doesn't sound that bad really, but if you are a competitive person like me when it comes to first person shooters, it can actually make quite the difference. But either way, it's all good really, because this all counts towards it being playable no matter what time of the day you're actually jumping into a game, and actually being able to find games as well, which is always a plus. Despite me not primarily being a console player, I have to say my overall experience when playing was very positive. I was actually just as happy playing playing it on PS4 as I would be when I'm playing it on PC, but I have noticed more so in gameplay wise, it can just turn into sheer chaos. I've noticed that console players kind of rush the objective a lot more than say, you know, PC players. PC players, they tend to like be more, I don't know, calculative. They move swiftly, they analyze the situation, and usually they just shoot you from behind, to be honest. It actually meant that I was going in all sneaky peeky like on console, and I didn't even realise I was doing it, but quite a few times I was flanking the opponents, and it was just a ton of fun. It's always dead interesting to see how my skills transfer from one to the other. It is still a great experience in 2020, but I'm gonna have to be honest to you and honest to myself. And this is a really hard one. This is a hard bullet to bite. You get it, bullet, because we're firing guns. That was a total lame joke. I'm never going to make one of them again. The console experience in 2020 is actually better than the PC experience. I think I just threw up a little in my mouth. Now yes, this is only obviously because of the rampant cheating over on the PC platform right now, but Battlefield 1 on the PlayStation 4, you damn did good, kid. You damn did good. And those are my final words on BF1 in 2020. I hope you enjoyed this video today. It was fun taking a look back at the PS4 version and, well, comparing it to the PC and seeing if it was any good. Just before I go, I'm going to say don't forget to like this video. Each and every single like makes an impact here on this channel, and I do really appreciate it. With that said, if you are new to the channel, then please subscribe to it. I make terrible content like this every week, so even if you want to stay, point and laugh and go, ha, this person's trying to make videos, I bet I could do it better, then a subscription would be great. With that said, I've been Jaguar, keep on laughing, keep on gaming, and I'll see you in the next video.